Alright, boys and girls, today we're going to mess with the K20. See, the last time we messed with it, we got the master cylinder on, and so now I need to get the brakes blade. It has like 0 pressure in the system, and the only one I could get broke loose was the passenger side, or I'm sorry, the driver's side rear wheel cylinder. I got the bleeder to break loose on it, so I'm going to try to get the front and the passenger side rear. I think I might have to replace the wheel cylinder on it. And I had a buddy of mine asked me about this truck, about the 4-wheel drive in it. So I told him, it says locked front and back. And he's like, "You sure you got a posi in the front?" I was like, "Yeah." You see them both turning. So when we done it, I put brand new what the hell brand was it? Brand new Warren lockouts on it. So we're out and about, you know, we just unlock a hub, make it easier to turn, and you know, because I don't have the hydraulic, assist on it, so if it's locked in, that you know, make it easier to turn. So it's gets to be a handful. You just unlock one hub, that way you can turn as usual, but it puts all the force on one tire, so you gotta be careful. If you get it in a pinch, you can snap an axle. This one, I didn't think about it when we had it, well, it was basically fully apart. We put all new steering on it, all new ball joints, upper lower ball joints, and had the axles out of it. And when I had them out, I should have put the new axle joints in it. Wasn't thinking about it, but you know, you'll have that. We was debating on whether or not to put chromoly axles in it. Of course, this thing probably won't see no tire bigger than 38, maybe a 40 if they're not like terribly aggressive. And then just look here, it's only got a 35 on the front right now, so this should be fine with that. It's just a Dana 44 front end, but we still haven't had time to mess with it since the last video. We got this Kingpin 60, and a buddy of mine, when I got it off of him, still had the Bud wheels. It came with it, was still on the front, so it's my daughter's truck. That's what she was looking to see about, getting maybe a set of 38 to 40 inch tall tractor tires for him. So all this has been replaced, but the problem I got, even though there's a lot of access to this bleeder, I cannot get it to turn. Everything I put on it slips. I'm afraid of rounding it off. And it's a shame too, because these calipers, both front calipers, I bought brand new. I mean, it's been a while, but I got them from Napa, but of course I didn't have the rubber nipple to cover the bleeder up, so you know, you get all the weather down in them. But they were brand new from Napa, and Napa's got a pretty good guarantee on their parts as long as you have the receipt. So that's the problem I'm dealing with that. I have no clue where the receipt is, or they said if I could find the receipt, I could just bring them back and they'd swap them out, but I have no clue. It's been too long, and trust me, I'd rather do that. I'd much rather swap them out and just, you know, for a brand new set. But get this tire off and see what we can do. Well, here's what we're going to try. We'll try heating it up. I've done this once on a 3/4 ton avalanche I had. You heat the bleeder and shoot it with some penetrating oil real quick. And what it's supposed to work is, I don't know where my avalanche, I got it to work on one of the calipers, but liquid goes down in, and then it's so hot that it boils. When it boils, it gets some of the crud out. It's only been on there a couple minutes. I shot a little bit of penetrating oil and fired up the little handheld torch. I don't have a regular set of torches. Probably a good thing. I'd probably get it too hot. So we're going to try it on this and see if it works. You can see we hit that bleeder a couple times with the wheel on it. You see, little stress marks on it. The socket slipped a little bit. Oh, sorry, when the socket was a wrench. It slipped, and so I stopped. I didn't want to ground it completely off, so I'm hoping this will work. I can't find the receipts. We'll see. We've got our little ratchet handy here. And a wrench used as a pry bar. And we'll give her a shot. And let's see. Woohoo! Fire in the hole, bro. She's boiling. Oh shit, I don't know if I got it right. Nope. I should have had that ready. Okay, get the wrench. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Twisted her off. That really sucks. Well, that's depressing. I'll have to let her cool down and see what we can do about that. I don't know. I was really hoping that wouldn't happen. But it is what it is, I guess. Definitely ain't the first time. I'm sure it won't be the last. There's enough of it sticking up. I don't know if you could, if you had a small, you can see a little bit of it sticking up, not much. I don't know if you could get a small pipe wrench or something on that to try to crack it loose and just replace the bleeder. Or weld a nut onto it or something, I don't know. I have no clue. Those guys were cool about it. You know, just so if I had the receipt, just bring them back because they had a lifetime warranty on it, and I didn't know the lifetime warranty actually covered the bleeder, but they said the bleeder is covered. So if I could actually find that receipt, then they'd swap them. But man, I just don't have a clue where it's at. So I'll let this cool down, see what we can do. I guess if all else fails, we can bleed it through the line right there and at least get some pressure to it. Of course, it's not as good as, you know, bleeding the whole caliper. I mean, it's the only air that's in it should be at the top of the line. We put these off. It had good brakes until that master cylinder gave out. So we'll see. We'll let her cool down and see what we get. Alright, we're on the driver's side now. Try our luck again. My luck is going to twist just like the other side did, but we're going to give it a shot. Oh, so I guess the worst you can do is twist off, right? It's kind of the luck we're having. Oh shit. Forgot to knock that out. And that one's slipping, son of a bitch. Well, just have to get that out real quick. Shit. I'm gonna probably end up having to heat her back up by the time I get this out. But I did try the pipe wrench on the other side there, and can't get a bite on it. It's just too short. Ooh, what the hell is that? But so if we can get it down to where at least maybe one caliper, it won't be as bad, I guess. Man, that sucker's in there. Damn. Yeah, she's in there. You got a nasty spider, man. You guys see that? Oh, you guys can't see it. Big funky spider. Alright. Find something. Alright. I've got this all screwed up. So, yeah, I gotta get this chunk of bleeder out of here and then we'll heat that back up and see if we can get it out. Alright, so couldn't get that chunk of bleeder out yet. I'm going to take it downstairs, put it in the vise. Found another socket that spun on it, so we tapped this wrench down. I tapped this wrench down on it, so this dude is either going to come loose or it's going to break or something's going to strip, because it's I don't have a lot of time. Oh, come on. Well, maybe. I think it's slipping. I need a breaker bar and I don't have one. Yeah, I think it's slipping off. I think it'll fit down. I don't know if it'll hold, but she's slipping. Yep. So, as far as bleeders go, kind of screwed. She's perfectly round now. So, I may have to save up and get a set of calipers. If I can't, I'll do some digging and try to find that receipt, but I really don't think I'll find it. And she's still warm. It really blows. So I was hoping to get them bled out today. But let's see. I know the other side, when I cracked the main line loose, it fluid came straight out. So there shouldn't actually be any air in these. Let's see what we get with this one. Yep, same way. So, I mean, all else fails. It's not a road truck, it's a trail truck, so I guess we could just, we'll try the front before I replace the calipers. I'll just bleed it through the line and see if we can get some pressure that way. So next it'll be, I know the wheel cylinder on the back on this side, I got free once already, so we'll have to do the wheel cylinder on the passenger side, but I'm thinking it's going to have to be changed because it's the bleeder on it looks pretty rough, so I'll probably just have to buy a new wheel cylinder for it and get some stuff together here and we'll take a look at it. I got lucky, I think, on this wheel cylinder. Actually found a what is 6.38. I believe I got it to come loose. Driver's side wheel cylinder came loose, which I figured it would. See if we can get this to where fluid will start dripping out. Man, that sucker is tight. Yeah, I figured it'd slip or snap, but there's still no fluid. But crank her on out, maybe it's plugged up. There she goes. I think the bleeder's plugged. Yep. Yep. Fluid's trickling out, but let's see. Oh, I'm gonna have to find something small enough. Find a cotter pin or something that'll work. She is plugged. If you guys can see that or not. One there's supposed to be a hole right there. She's plugged up. It explains why I wasn't coming out of it. Let's see. Oh. At least we're getting somewhere, I guess. So that knocks us down to messing with the caliper. You know, both calipers. I couldn't get either one of them, but so I can try bleeding them from the line and see what we get. What we got in out here to chip that dirt out of there. Tell you, man, I really hate to have to buy brand new calipers all over again, so I'm hoping we can get enough pressure to make the front function. There we go. A little better, huh? At least it has a hole in it. Now, as soon as the kids get back, we'll take and leave these dudes off. Come on. See what we got. Probably end up having to, well, at least get some pressure and get everything freed up. And with a lot of these old bastards, you can get pressure in them with them just setting, but to get real good pressure, you got to have them fired up and running and that vacuum working. There we go. So this bleeder's free. Got the other bleeder freed up. We'll try bleeding the front ones from the lines. Ouch! Smashed my finger in the tripod. So it just leaves these two. One's twisted off. One I can't get to do nothing. And what else? Oh yeah, that's what I was going to show you. This really, really sucks, especially since I can't find a window local. Somebody conveniently got bored. So now we got to deal with that in the bed. Got hopefully here soon we'll have this getting this back all welded up. So we can get some tow hooks put in somewhere so we have an anchor mount in case it needs pulled out or someone needs pulled out. So we get the bed slid back, get that cleaned up, spray it, slide the bed back, bolt it down, and get this all cleaned out, get the batteries hooked back up, get her fired up, cleaned back out for the third time. You can tell it's been a minute since we messed with it. You see all that garbage on the hood. It's definitely time to get it going. So I'm just glad I didn't have to rip that drum and everything all apart. Man, that's... Whew. I did get the other piece for the front from work for back there where we can see. Not this piece. This other scrap piece. so we can get it welded in. If you guys can see it, hopefully. Get that up there and welded in so we can get our winch mounted up. Well, welded and bolted, I guess. This one's definitely solid. We'll get that one on it, and it should be the perfect size for that 12,000 pound winch to go on the front. So, all right, they get here. Let's see what we get if we can bleed her out. But we had success. I believe we got it to bleed. It's holding pressure. Of course, you know, we twisted this bleeder off. The other bleeder I couldn't get loose, so we bled it through the lines on the front, at least for now. And then the back, we got the wheel cylinders to bleed out. And that one over there on the driver's side, man, it had a ton of air in it. So, but we got it all to bleed out, and next will be, so I gotta get some fuel in it. Made a mess with the master cylinder. We actually had ended up re-bleeding it, then bled the system out. Got each wheel bled. Got to get, still got to get coolant put in it. It's got a little bit, but mainly just in the block. I don't think there's actually anything really in the radiator from where we had it out. And the front dry shaft measured up. We got to get it fired up and see how much pressure it has once it's running. So we just bled it without it running. So you guys, like I was saying, you know, some of these old cars, trucks, you get better pressure out of them if you bleed them while they're running. But it's rock hard now. Before it had nothing. So we're not too far away from getting this one. From getting this one where we need it to be. Besides getting a bunch of welding done on it. Like I was saying, I got the other piece. Just got to get it situated. I'll probably drill it and bolt it and put it in place, and then have a buddy of mine weld it all solid, and then the back will be the same way. Get that front dry shaft I've got. Oh, I got to measure it up from up in the transfer case down. I got 3 or 4 of them. No, out of the 4, none of them's long enough. So I have to get it measured out. And there's a couple different dry shaft shops. We'll get somebody to make one. It's usually about $100 or so, in the transmission lines. It's not too bad. It's they're pretty easy access. It's just getting them bent around and going up to the radiator, and we're just like really close. And we'll see. Got a nice set of groundhogs online. Guys got them here in Ohio, debating on whether or not to try to get the money to get them. A little big for this. Well, for this half-ton axle, they're 44s, but it'll clear them. But I don't know how long these axles will hold up to it. But it'd be nice to find out. But since we got, you know, this dude, so we'll have to sweat it. But won't hold you guys up. That, and I'm still trying to track one of these down. All of my finds are out of state, so I'm out of luck with that. We got to get this bed figured out. So that'll wrap it up for this one. At least we got somewhere today. We got some brakes, some brakes working. Tomorrow, hopefully, we can definitely try to get down to something else on it. And tired of seeing it set. Need to get some motivation back on it. So we'll try to do something. Try to keep motivated and keep everything moving in the right direction. Still got to get an air cleaner for it also. That just sets there. It's too big for that carb, so it just sets on it to keep stuff out. But thanks for watching, guys, and as soon as we figure out what we're going to do next, we'll let you know.